All right, let's talk about dating apps. Specifically, which ones actually work for men heading into 2025. We're going to cut through all the noise, look at the real data, and figure out the best strategy for you. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I want to start with just one number, 83%. Now, that probably seems totally random, right? But believe me, this number, it's the key to understanding the biggest mistake most guys are making with online dating right now. So what on earth is it? You got it. A staggering 83% of professional guys are using the wrong mix of dating apps. I mean, think about that. That's a huge amount of wasted time, wasted energy, probably wasted money, all because they're on the wrong playing field. It's not about just being on an app, It's about being on the right one for you. The real question is, how do we make sure you're in that other 17%? And that's the big question, isn't it? That's exactly what we're going to figure out today. And spoiler alert, there is no single best app for everyone. That's a myth. What we're going to do is build you a custom playbook, a strategy that's based on who you are and what you're actually looking for. Okay, so first things first. To pick the right tool, you got to know the job. We've broken it down into 3 main types of daters. Let's figure out which one sounds most like you. All right, first up, maybe you're the relationship-focused professional. You're killing it in your career. Things are falling into place, and now you're looking for a serious partner. Not just anyone, but someone who gets it, someone with similar ambitions and values. You're playing the long game. Or maybe you're the busy executive. For you, time is literally money. The idea of spending hours swiping through endless profiles just makes you tired. You need something efficient, something that gives you high-quality, pre-vetted matches. You're more than willing to pay for a premium service if it gets you results. And our third profile is the recently single professional. You're just getting back out there. The goal here isn't necessarily to find the one tomorrow. It's about testing the waters. Maybe something casual, maybe something serious. You're open. It's really about rebuilding that confidence and just seeing what's out there. So have you figured out which one you are? Good, because now we're diving into the data. All right, let's get to the main event, the mainstream app showdown. We're putting the 2 heavyweights, Hinge and Bumble, head to head. These are the giants for people who are actually serious about dating. But trust me, they play the game very, very differently. So let's start with Hinge. Their tagline is just brilliant. Designed to be deleted. I mean, right away, that tells you everything you need to know. It screams, we're here to help you find a real relationship, not to keep you swiping forever. And that simple promise attracts exactly the kind of people you want to meet if you're serious. Okay, let's break down the numbers because this is where it gets really interesting. Hinge, super impressive. 75% college educated. Not bad at all. But then you look at Bumble. Whoa. Not only is the education level even higher at 82%, but look at that gender ratio. It's almost a perfect 50-50 split. Seriously, you just don't see that on other dating apps. It's a huge deal. So why does that matter so much? Well, it's simple math. That more balanced ratio on Bumble means you're not swimming in a sea of other guys. The competition is just lower. Your profile actually has a better shot at being seen, and you're not starting 10 steps behind. It levels the playing field in a really powerful way. But hold on, don't write Hinge off just yet, because the results, they speak for themselves. A crazy 35% of new online marriages started on Hinge. That's number 1. And get this, 72% of first dates turn into second dates. The app clearly works, so what's the catch? The algorithm. It's known for being very looks matched, which is a nice way of saying if your photos aren't absolutely amazing, it's going to show you the people whose photos also aren't amazing. So your photo game has to be on point. Now, speaking of Bumble, they did something in 2025 that was a total game changer. You know how for years it was women make the first move? Well, they introduced opening moves. It lets women set a question that guys can answer to kick things off. This small change was huge. It solved one of the biggest complaints guys had and really breathed new life into the whole experience. All right, moving on. If you are dead serious about finding someone and you want to filter out all the noise, we need to talk about the apps that require you to put some skin in the game. We're talking about a real investment. In this arena, you've got 2 totally different philosophies. Think of Match.com as the traditionalist. It's like driving a manual car. You build out a deep profile, and then you're in the driver's seat, searching and browsing for who you want. Then there's eHarmony, the scientist. This is the automatic transmission. You fill out this super in-depth quiz, and then you sit back while its algorithm brings a few highly vetted, compatible matches right to you. So you gotta wonder, does that whole scientist thing actually work? Well, according to eHarmony, yeah, it absolutely does. They claim someone finds love on their app every 14 minutes. Just let that sink in. Every 14 minutes. That's a pretty powerful testament to their whole compatibility-first approach. And what about Match.com? Its superpower is its user base. I mean, just look at this chart. Almost half, 44%, of their users are between 30 and 49. So if you're a professional in your 30s or 40s, this is basically a gold mine of people who are in the exact same chapter of life as you are. Okay, so we've looked at the data, we've figured out your dater type. Now it's time to put it all together into a winning strategy. And here is the single biggest secret we found. The guys who are really crushing it, they're not just on one app. They're using two. So here's how the two-app playbook works. It's super simple. First, you pick your primary app. This is your star player, your workhorse. It's the one that's perfectly aligned with your main goal. Then you add a secondary app. Think of this as your specialist. Its job is to give you access to a different pool of people or a different way of matching, so you're casting a much wider and smarter net. So here it is, the final breakdown. If you're the relationship-focused guy, your primary is Hinge, no question. The success rate for marriages is just too high to ignore. For your secondary, you'll use Coffee Meets Bagel. It's all about quality over quantity. It gives you just a few curated matches a day, which is a perfect complement. Now, if you're the busy executive, your primary has to be The League. It's exclusive, it's application-based, it's literally designed for ambitious people like you. Your secondary app, Bumble. It gives you access to that huge pool of educated users without wasting your time. And finally, for the recently single professional, your primary is Bumble, for sure. It's got that perfect blend of casual and serious, which is exactly the flexibility you need. And to back that up, you'll get a paid Tinder subscription. Why? Because it has the biggest user pool on the planet. It's the perfect way to just get back in the game and build up some momentum. So there you have it. We started out talking about that massive 83% of guys who are on the wrong apps. But now you have the right playbook, you have the strategy. So the only real question left is the one Hinge has been asking all along. Which app are you gonna delete first?